Coast Nation, Sanbunan Bafetu, and welcome back to Football Trends with me, QP. Now, on today's video, Bafetu, we will be discussing whether Kaizer Chiefs are still going to sign any new players or nje Scotland nje kuzokuyovala i-transfer window without seeing any new player, donning the black and gold jersey with a new pen to paper. But anyways, before we dive into all of those details, Bafetu, because I do have a lot that we need to talk about. Actually, not a lot, but I do have something that we need to talk about. But before we dive into all of those details, guys, please do make sure that you like the video, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click a notification so that next time when I post a new video, you will be notified and be able to watch that video. Now, guys, at least if we can get this video to 400 likes, I don't want a lot, just 400 likes. Okay, starting off, so far we've made signings. We've signed Ethan Chislett, we've signed Flavo Silva, we've signed Kaizer Shinga, we've signed the Jua Thabiso Moyane, and also Paseka Marco, which made his debut, and he was very good for his first game of the season. And then we also have, how many players did I mention? Paseka Marco, Kaizer Shinga, Thabiso Moyane, Ethan Chislett, Flavo Silva, and then who else? So far, Nkotlaban, Specifically Ndlovu, and then so far these are the players that we know of, which is official. Oh, Asanele Velabai is another signing who is there. I've forgotten someone. If I did, please compose it down in the comment section below. So far we've made about 7 signings officially, which players that we know of. The other ones because they are not official, they've not been announced. I know Etosa Ikodaro was signed, but unfortunately things did not go according to plan. And then last but not least, Luke Batman, we know there's a situation, there's a case. So same thing that is happening with Velebai. We have to wait. If we can get a good verdict with Velebai, then maybe probably we might sign Batman. But I think Kaizer should just but anyways, we will see as time goes on or what will happen with the verdict. I've heard which it's been submitted, and the process might start today or on Monday. That's what I've heard so far. But anyways, I will be here, guys, to give you an update in terms of Umchita, Asanele, Velabai. So in those players, all of those players, remember we had a list. Kaizer Chiefs had a list that they wanted to sign some of the players. So far, with all the players that we have signed, we do not have a left winger, and that is a top, or was a top priority for Kaizer Chiefs. That was one of the players they wanted to get before the start of the season. Unfortunately, things did not go according to their plans. They could not find a left winger. So far, we know Kaizer Chiefs was interested in signing Oswinapolis. Now we're talking about quality, left wingers. Oswinapolis so far, Relebohile Mfokeng so far, those are the best in the country. I do not know anyone else who can top them. I've tried, I've looked, I can't find anyone. So them, and also Pulemodi, which is a player that is currently playing for Kaizer Chiefs, and with the age of 32, it shows you that Kaizer Chiefs really wanted to sign an original left winger. Yes, I know we've signed a lot of players. You look at Asanele Velabai as a winger, he's a right winger. Gaston Sereno, right winger. Mfundo Vilagazi, right winger. You look at who's this guy? Maccabi Lilepo is a right winger. All of the players that are playing center forwards that we have so far are original right wingers. Yes, I know they can interchange positions as Nalena. The reason why we had Duduzi Shabalala playing as a left winger, pre-season was because of the same situation or reason that I'm talking about currently. Definitely Kaizer Chiefs are failing, or they are not finding a player that is suitable to play that left wing position. And so far we've just made changes, trying to fit in players and see if they can be able to give us what we need. But so far, the left flank side has been a problem, and it's still a problem even now. But currently, with the introduction of Kaizer Shinga, definitely is going to give us something up front. That's why we might we might not get to see Kaizer Chiefs make a new signing anytime soon, guys, despite the fact that we still haven't signed a winger. And also we've been complaining about the goalkeeper, but so far with the start of the season, Brendan Peterson has been doing wonders. Even Bruce Vuma pre-season was doing very well. Unfortunately, we could not see Ufia Kintwari because he did not travel with the rest of the team to Netherlands. The reason why is because he was supposed to go. They wanted to sell him or loan him out to a different club so that they can be able to make space to be able to sign another international goalkeeper. Unfortunately, things do not go according to their plans, so that's why they ended up with Yazin. It's fine, we will just use him as he's available, and maybe, just maybe, they might feel good they did not give him good quality enough chances for him to be able to perform. But Kumbule saqala ngayo when the season started last season, and yeah, he could not keep up to the pressure of playing for Kaizer Chiefs. But now things are a bit different. Last season, defensively, we were not solid, we were not defending as a unit, but this season, this time around, you can see the team is playing as one. So definitely you might say maybe it's time we give him another shot. It will depend on what happens, because I know, as much as currently I'm putting all my faith and trust on Brendan Peterson, we do know what Brendan Peterson does have the capabilities of saying he's currently injured, injury, because it's the same thing that has been happening to Brendan Peterson. He will give you the first 5 performances, good performances, and then after that, a little bit pop, and then that's where we'll introduce Bruce Vuma. He will perform for those first few games, and then after that, boom, mentality wise gone. I don't know why or what is causing this, but at the end of the day, it is something that is there and it is a problem. And I'm hoping that the technical team, the team, everyone is trying their best to deal with the situation, because at the end of the day, those are the kind of things since Wuti end up being in the top, not being in the top 8, not being able to win some of the games that we are supposed to win so easily, because we score first. Last season actually we would score first, and then we relax, we took things lightly. It was like the game was over, we're no longer putting the same effort. But this season, you can see with the introduction of the new signings, definitely things are changing, and they are changing for the better so far, despite the complaints and everything else, guys. For me, to be honest with you, I was not expecting a lot with the new signings that we currently have, but so far, the introduction of Olona, he showed impact, good impact. I hope this game bamdlale, because Richards Bay is a team that does need a player like him, who's going to be able to maneuver through tight spaces and make room for himself, because that's what I've seen in terms of Unaledi Hlongwane, and he's very good with that. Shot on target, decision making, okay, still needs to be cooked, but definitely we do need a player like him. I wish he can be available on the match day squad, but I know probably he will not be available. Maybe Bazofaga or Ashley Dupree, depending on the situation. But so far, Richards Bay, guys, we have to make sure that we beat them, and not just to beat them, but we have to destroy them to the point that they are playing a big team. But other than that, to be honest, guys, I'm not expecting a lot. Just like I was saying, I was not expecting a lot with those players, but so far they are delivering what they can be able to deliver. 3 points is 3 points. At the end of the day, 3 points is 3 points. We can't expect the team to be perfect just like that. We need to give it time, bazame adjust nabo, and then be able to find that one spirit that we need. But so far, with what I've seen, I've been impressed, and I'm still impressed, guys. We are getting there. We just have those few minor touch-ups that we need to fix. Last season we thought, okay, now we are getting somewhere, but then at the end of the season things started going badly. So this season I'm hoping things will be much better, because at the end of the day, we need to have that consistency. That's one thing we've been struggling with, consistency. But for the past 3 seasons we've been inconsistent. So this time around, at least if we can be consistent and try to make sure with njengoba sithatha game by game, slowly and slowly, we do like that, and then we make sure. I'm not saying Kaizer Chiefs might not lose. We might lose to a team like Richards Bay, you'll never know. We might lose even to Sundowns, you'll never know what would happen. But so far, with how we are playing, things should be better. Things should be better, and we are looking much better. Unfortunately, guys, in terms of my signings, I'm not gonna make any any promises. I'm not gonna make them, but we will see. Before the end of the transfer window, is there any player who is a left winger that has been put in place for Kaizer Chiefs to be able to sign? Because Pulemori, we have to be honest, he's a great player. I love that guy, but so that's why we saw Kaizer Chiefs wanted players like Austin Apolis, but unfortunately they could not sign that player because of certain situations which I'm not going to talk about currently. But anyways, Bafetu, I don't know, what do you think, or who do you suggest for Kaizer Chiefs to sign as a left winger that could help us, a quality left winger just like Abomfuking? Please let me know what you think down in the comment section below, Bafetu. I'm not gonna talk much. I believe this is it. Thank you so much. Muzonbona with something new. Peace.